Okay, folks, you gotta forgive me for starting and stopping these videos. I don't know what's going on, if they're shutting themselves off after a certain time limit or what. Sometimes I can pause it, sometimes I can't. Like I said, I'm still learning. So, side-by-side comparison here. Here is the factory stock carburetor. There's the intake. Here is the intake on the Mikuni. All nice and open. They don't have, see how this one cones way down into almost a small hole there. So even though it's larger outside diameter, it dives way in and restricts airflow. This carburetor straight through all the way down. Size-wise, I guess they are about the same size. Mikuni's probably a little bit taller there. You know, I don't know. We'll see. From what I understand, they are much easier to work on and tune, and they work a lot better. So only time will tell. The inside of the exhaust end that goes into the motor on the Mikuni, of course. There's the one for the factory stock carburetor. So, my favorite feature about this carburetor is being able to pull the bowl off so easily down here. Or the jet, I think. I think that's for the jet. So, either way, I could be wrong. People can correct me if they want. People can say I don't know what I'm talking about. Whatever, that's fine. I just bought the kit and I'm trying to share for others who are in my same position. So, earlier I was talking about this little, here, the metal nut. That nut is how you tighten your choke. When you pull out your choke, and some of you guys are putting a clothespin in there to hold it out, or you can call it the enrichener if you want to be correct. Putting a clothespin in there because you don't know how to adjust it or can't get it to adjust enough or whatever. This metal nut is how you adjust that right here, this little one. On this carburetor, it's this little plastic thumb piece. And if you over tighten that, it cracks off and breaks and is useless, and you have to go back in and replace this whole piece. Which here again, this is all plastic and rubber and whatever, or rubber coated anyway. This one I'm hoping is stainless steel. Hopefully. We shall see. Okay, I'll be back in a minute. Okay, everyone, I just wanted to point one more thing out here I just learned. So, one of the differences between these two carburetors is, and what makes the Mikuni worth the money, in my opinion, is not only the orifice that we talked about earlier, going in, being way less restricted, but this plate here, this, I forget whatever it's called, it goes up and down, the throttle slide deal. See, this one won't even go down all the way for some reason, I don't think, unless that's where it's supposed to be. I don't know. But on the other end of this, up in the top here, and I've got one, a new one I could go get and look at for you, but it's got a rubber diaphragm. It is paper thin. It's almost like butterfly wings, for crying out loud. And it's very sensitive to fuel additives, to sea foam, to all the additives everybody likes to add instead of just cleaning their carburetor, and it eats it up. And a tiny little pinhole in that slows this action down and keeps everything from working properly and giving you the throttle response of a carburetor you would appreciate. This carburetor, on the other hand, it's closed all the way. It has no rubber in here of any kind. It is a straight mechanical attachment. So when I hit the lever, the throttle here, it is directly attached through here, goes down and moves this plate up and down, in and out, whatever you want to call it. Let me see which way I got to go here again. Okay, so here we go. screw right to the bottom. That's what the inside looks like in there. It's, I know it's hard to tell with the camera here, but it's instant. It seems like it's delayed, but it's not. Maybe it's just me. But it's instant, and that gives you awesome throttle response, along with the fact that you don't have any restriction in here where it cones in as you do with this one. Okay, be back in a little bit with the video for the heads. Okay folks, here we are. We're back. So this box here should have the new motor mount in it, which I think is what I'm looking at now. And I'm not too horribly impressed with that right at the moment. It looks like just a basic stamp piece. Forgive me here, folks. This camera is just not my thing. But there's very few videos of this stuff online, so I figured better. Yeah, so this is the new motor mount bracket that you are required to use if you are going, I believe, to the large fin heads. And I'm not positive, you may need it regardless. It is just regular stamped steel, nothing spectacular. So if you want it not to rust and look like crap, you're going to need to clean it up, blast it. I would recommend blasting this shiny coating off of it and giving it some good high heat self-etching primer, and follow that up with some high heat header paint. You can get the header primer and paint at any auto parts store. Okay, here we go into the nice fancy heads. Now, from what I understand, these are Screaming Eagle heads. 1.180 intake valves with stainless intake valves at that. So let's see what we got here, folks. I'm trying not to damage my product, obviously. Let me set you down for a minute. Be right back.